welcome back to my channel. I recently watched Julia's hair. Okay, edit. Hiya, my name is Carly and welcome back to my channel. I recently watched Julia Hare's video about the class of 2026 fountain pen superlatives, and obviously she has such an extensive knowledge about fountain pens and has been collecting for a long while, and I have just about started. So I thought it might be interesting to have a video about the same topic from a beginner in the hobby. And full disclosure, I tried to film this video already. The problem is, if I do the categories on camera, my handwriting is so horrific that you really can't decipher it. I also tried something new, it didn't really work, and then in the end the camera didn't actually record. So yeah, let's do that again. So my first pen of 2026 was the Twisper Eco in the colorway Cafe Bronze with a medium nib. This has I think it has a few more drops of shimmer ink in it because I've been using it non-stop since I got it in January. I had stared at the Twispies for a really long time to decide which Twispy would be the one I was going with. Because I really wanted to, from the beginning, put very distinctive boundaries, let's say, around my collecting, because I know I can jump overboard, and that was my try. But yeah, very, very happy with this very first pen of the year. This is just a free gift fountain pen that I got with an ink order, but that has actually been really lovely to write with. And it has Dominant Industry Maple in it. So this is Dominant Industry Autumn Forest. So I thought that works quite well. So it's the Twisper Eco Cafe Bronze with a medium nib. And the next category is New and Shiny. And New and Shiny is actually the pen I wrote the first bit with, and that's a Jinhao 82 in the colorway Lily of the Valley. And apparently I like green pens. There will be a couple of green pens in this video. Yeah, but it has a fine nib. It's had a sort of this nice muted grey-green with the bright green finial and the lighter green grip section, and I just like sort of the color variation you get with the Jinhao 82s. Obviously, I know that they are copied from the Sailor pens, but the Sailor pens are so far out of my league that I quite enjoy having the option of going for the Jinhaos instead. So Jinhao 82, Lily of the Valley, and a fine nib. The next category is Small Fry, which sort of is about pocket pens, but the only pocket pen I have at the moment is my Kaweco Sport in the colorway Smooth Sage. Just don't have any other pocket pens yet. There are a few Kawecos that I'm still eyeing. This one has a medium nib and I just really love it. It's a green pen. I'm actually eyeing the Fox colorway because when I got this one, so yes, actually orange pens, not likely to have a lot of those. So yeah, so there might be more pocket pens in my future, but for now it's the Kaweco Sport Smooth Sage with a medium nib. The next category is Large and in Charge. And that is my biggest pen is the Asvine C80 in the green glitter colorway with a fine nib. This is a number 8 nib, so it actually writes more like a medium. I love this pen for anything to do with shimmer. I actually, like, compared to how big my hands are, I'm not used to the really chunky pens yet, so sometimes it's not that easy for me to write long sessions with those, but I'm getting used to it. And I really like this one. It's like a very beautiful and practical pen. It's the Asvine C80 glitter. Fine. Right. Then affordable and fabulous. I think I have to go with yet another Jinhao 82, which mimics like the Sailor dried flower colorway, or one of them, and that's dried hydrangea rose. Has a rose gold trim and has like very like small glitter here and bigger glitter in the grip section. And it's sort of a special edition Jinhao, so it was a tiny bit more expensive than the regular ones, but I also was really lucky with this one because it has a medium nib and it's a fabulous nib. I have another Jinhao 82 with a medium nib that has a bit of a scratch to it, so this one is amazing. So that falls into this category like very squarely. 82. Ooh. See if I can get it off here. Rose, that's in a medium nib. Then most improved. That's a bit of a story. Okay. So as I said, I've recently got my first mega pens, and when I ordered my Shelly pen from Dense Pens, I ordered it with a 1.1 stub nib, and I got a message from Dennis saying, I'm sorry, I don't have the 1.1 nib in stock. What would you like to do? And I said, can you send me a medium nib for now? And then like once the 1.1 stub is available, I would love to have that nib as well. And so he really kindly basically sent the pen in a medium first and then followed up with a stub nib at no cost to myself, which was wonderful. And I've switched out the nib, and now it's a 1.1 stub, and I wrote the header with it. And I'm not quite sure if the original medium nib was like there's a slight scratchiness to it. It does not hurt the paper. It's a bit weird, or there's just a lot of feedback on this particular nib. But I just know that I wasn't really, not quite comfortable with it. But then the stub nib arrived and I switched it, and this is such fun. So the most improved is the Dense Pens Shelly pen in now a 1.1 stub nib. Okay. Then the most thoughtful pen is actually this one too, because it's my first mega pen, and I literally stared at this listing on the website for weeks. So it was really well considered, and then I at some point I'm going to be heartbroken when it's no longer available, so just buy it now. So I did. So we can actually just put like the little things under there. Then most spontaneous. This actually is my second makeup pen, because I'm going to sort of post like a proper unboxing for it. But the story for this one was that I was So scrolling Instagram, and I saw a reel. And because I follow Black Robin pens on Instagram, and it was Sunday at 8 o'clock, and on the reel it said dropping at Sunday at 8 o'clock. And I saw this pen, which is a Grand Ariel. I forgot to mention the Shelly pen is a Neptune model, and this model is called the Grand Ariel, and it colorway is called Caffeine Withdrawal, and it's actually, what I didn't know, a resin by Carolina Pen Company, so Jonathan Brooks resin. And I was just at the, like, on Instagram at the very right time, and because I had recently seen lots of people talking about their coffee themed pens, I just saw this one and yeah, go for it. And that was definitely like a matter of 5 minutes, and I'm not regretting it one single bit. This is such a almost sort of meant to be thing for me. So yeah, that's the Black Robin pens. Just put here the Neptune model for the Shelly Pink pen, and this is the Grand Ariel. Can I squeeze it in? Maybe. Yeah. Caffeine Withdrawal. I mean, that comes on a few, the medium nib, and I think because this one has a like a rose gold plated nib, and because this was such a difference to the steel Jovo nib that was in the Shelly pen, I was just, okay, I'm not vibing with the steel nib, like the naked steel nib. Yeah, definitely go with the stub. Okay, high maintenance but worth it. Okay, so that's a bit more space around it. So this is definitely my Asvine V200, the only vac fill that I have, and you can see I think there's still some ink in there that I can't get out, and even though I really took it apart, and yeah, it has a fine bock nib, and I'm not reaching for it, to be honest. It's such a beautiful pen of the rainbow colorway with the rainbow nib, which is so pretty, but because it's such a pain to clean, and obviously I don't really do it correctly, yeah, I'm undecided on this pen. I think I need to just ink it up for the next currently inked and just get to grips with it. So yeah, that's the Asvine V200 rainbow, the fine bock nib. So yeah, I don't, but this is also why I'm a bit now wary of vac fills. I wanted one because I wanted to try basically every filling system, but yeah. Okay, most likely to be inked, and that's definitely the Twisby, because huge ink capacity, so lasts for a long while, and handles shimmer really well. It's a really smooth writer, just a lovely experience. I might at some point get like a fine Twisby as well, but yeah, this one is such a workhorse and it's such an enjoyable pen. That's definitely the one that is most likely to be inked. Still. Okay. The next one, most likely to penable. And I think it must be this Jinhao 20, because just the clicking, such fun. And this is in Celestial Jade with the rose gold trim, a green pen again, and yeah, just I think because they're fun colors, it's actually, for someone who's not used to fountain pens, it's not too chunky, and it has this novelty factor. And I really, really love this pen. It has, I was lucky with this nib as well. It's a fine nib. I think that's sort of the biggest size it comes with, but it writes more generously. And my other Jinhao, the Jinhao 10, is more of a dry writer. This is the much wetter writer. So I'm totally team Jinhao 20. So that's 20 Celestial Jade. And that's a fine nib. I'm not writing down the rose gold trimmer. It's not. I didn't really think about this very well. I had them before and I had a big long list, but then I think I kept going from the frame. So photos don't do it justice, and that's absolutely the Shelley pen. When I first saw it online, I actually thought it was much darker and it had like much more purple in it, but the blue is exactly the kind of blue that I'm gravitating towards, that I can't stop buying apparently. So you can see this one, the blue up here, is Kitty Inkpot Moon Jellyfish Travel Journal, and that's exactly sort of the soft, more light blue that I just can't stop picking up. So this one is sort of an abalone resin, and it just needs to be seen to be believed. It's such a stunning thing. So I'm going, because I have it on the list already, I'm sort of just say dense pens. That's the Shelley. No, I always forget that it's now a stub nib. Okay. Best Dressed. Sorry. This one again. And then Brand Loyalist. And I counted the most pens I have. Jinhaos 5. Might not be a lot for other people, but a lot for me. So yeah, 3 Jinhao 82s, 2 in a medium nib, 1 in a fine, and then 1 Jinhao 10, 1 Jinhao 20. So in the beginning, I sort of, one of the boundaries that I wanted to set myself was like not one in every color. I mean, these are exactly the same in a different colorway, but we don't talk about that. But yeah, so this is why I have just 1 Jinhao 10 and 1 Jinhao 20. And again, stared at so many videos to decide which colorway I wanted to go with. But yeah, Jinhao at this moment is the one brand I have the most of. And I might even go with like even more models in the future. And then most expensive. So I think I'm going to sort of combine the last 2 points, the most expensive and the homebody. And these are definitely my 2 mega pens, because at the moment they're not leaving the house. That might change because I'm actually writing most of my novels outside of the home, like in a coffee shop. So at some point I might make the jump, but I'm sure I will pack them up really well and like in a lovely pen pouch, and just make sure they don't get scratched, and make really, really sure that I don't drop them. So that's the dense pens Shelley again. Okay, and then Black Robin pens Caffeine with Joel, and that one now has the medium. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm certainly going to binge all the pen superlative videos that are out there. I really find them interesting. And I can really see sort of me writing on camera and me writing it out beforehand is such a big difference. I don't know. I usually also I tilt the page, so if I have to keep it upright, because obviously like tilting it all the time isn't great. It's a scroll, but hopefully it was still informative, and that gives you sort of a viewpoint from someone who has just started. And for me, hopefully it will be something interesting to refer back to and just have a look like how things have changed next year. So that's for basically the class of 2026. Yeah, and then we'll see. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. If things change an awful lot, and I'm really trying to, because I only started in like end of last year, and then I like really fell into the rabbit hole, and I hope I'm now at the first sort of slow down stage. I'm still eyeing lots of different inks, but where pens are concerned, I hope that I can now sort of slow down. Let me know your superlatives, or do you have any of those pens? Some that sort of you've made your experiences with some of them. I would be really interested to know. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.